but have to stand with my mom and my sister and my family and his wife and his kids. And listen to taps play for his funeral because he killed himself. It's the worst thing ever. Worst thing ever.
When my mom called me over to the house and told me that he had died, I felt like my life ended.
I am a 3-time suicide attempt survivor. Sometimes things hit us to a point that we don't see no other way out except taking our own lives. And that's the way that I used to feel many times. That's the only thing that I used to think about all the time, is the fact that if I took my own life, it would be better for my family. But in reality, I didn't see that it would actually hurt him a lot more.
The theme that always came back to me with depression is this isolation. There could be 500,000 people around me, but I would still feel isolated. You know, me isolating myself in my house and systematically laying out how this was all going to go. Thank God I wasn't successful. And because that would have been devastating to more people than I could have imagined.
In the aftermath of my brother passing away, it was just dark and filled with questions. You just didn't know if the answers were right in front of you or if there was anything you could have done.
My brother died by suicide in 2003. A survivor once told me that the suicide of her son was like he took a grenade, pulled the pin, and threw it in the middle of the family. And the shrapnel from that explosion wounded everybody.
The ripple effect from one death from suicide, and I've experienced it in my own family, it's immeasurable.
In a situation like this, that reach out, and if an avenue is presented to you, take it. To find out, talk to somebody, find some answers or some ways of looking at what you're going through, ways to look at them that maybe you haven't already thought of. And find that other either trained professional or friend or family member that may be able to think about what you're going through a little differently than maybe you are.
It's okay not to be okay because, I mean, you're human and things happen and it's not always going to be pretty. And if you're not feeling okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Those are your feelings and you have every right to feel whatever it is that you feel at that moment.
We're not alone, and we don't walk this journey by ourselves. We have people that love us and want to be with us, and sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes we have to seek professional help, and we shouldn't be afraid of that. And it may not be just seeking help through therapy. It's calling the crisis line. That's what it's there for, 24 hours a day.
This whole process was not all that well thought out by me. If I would have just reached out to my own family and my own friends, instead of isolating myself and, you know, trying to come up with this solution that really wasn't a solution all by myself, that particular day could have possibly been avoided.